Hello, friends! Today we will play a game again, where you need to draw the missing parts. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking pomni here today!
Okay, so for this guy, it turns out we had to add his long katana. Wow, that's pretty cool.
It looks like someone stole one of the cookies from this plate, but we were able to finish drawing it, and now this plate of cookies is whole.
Just look at this! It looks like they're having some kind of romance at work. We need to hide them ASAP so they don't get fired. Let's draw a door for them as soon as possible. Great! Now they can kiss in secret.
Okay, now it looks like we need to finish drawing the bottom of this acorn. I think I'm drawing it too small. Okay, I think it turned out pretty good.
Now we've moved on to the next level, and here we definitely need to rebuild the cistern for this toilet. Although this is actually quite strange because now usually all toilets are made with the cistern in the wall.
And we finally move on, and here we definitely need to help this powerlifter so that he can lift these weights. Great! After we did that, he continued his fitness exercises.
Now we need to finish drawing this paintbrush. Let's draw some bristles on it so that it can be used. Great. Now this brush is ready to paint with.
We need to help this guy. Apparently, he lost his rearview mirror on his motorcycle somewhere, and I think we urgently need to restore it to avoid an accident. Just look, it turns out that there is a dog riding behind this motorcycle.
Okay, now we need to help the boys. It looks like they were carrying something, but it looks like they forgot what they were carrying, and we restored this painting. Wow, look at that! It looks like they're really scared about what's painted there.
We are finally moving forward. And I think that drawing on the wall with chalk was not the best idea. We need to restore this school board so that it can be written on. Great. Now she can explain all the lessons on this board.
Okay, here we found some strange letters on the tree. We need to draw a heart around them. Obviously, it should be here. Cool. It turns out that someone immortalized their initials on this tree.
Look at this poor walrus! Oh my god, this guy lost one of his tusks. But that's okay, we can get it back. I think one of his tusks is longer than the other, which is kind of weird. Let's move on to the next level.
This violinist definitely has a problem with her bow. We need to fix it. Cool. I hope the tune she plays sounds really cool. Okay, now we get to the roller coaster, and here these guys are definitely missing a part of the ride, and that's the loop.
I think I would be very scared to ride such an attraction. And now we need to restore these roller skates. Let's draw wheels for them. But to be honest, I don't quite understand how we can restore them.
Everything is great. It turned out that we needed to draw one huge oval. Okay, now we move on, and here we need to finish drawing the traffic light. It seems to me that it is definitely missing its body part.
Great. Now this traffic light is complete. Okay, we'll move on. Just look at this. It looks like he decided to cook himself dinner over an open fire, but he forgot his saucepan. Let's draw it.
Wow, look at that! Someone's frying lobsters in that pot. Okay, now we're moving on, and this knight looks like he's in trouble. We need to get him a sword ASAP so he can fight that dragon.
Wait, seriously? Is that a bone? Okay, it looks like his pet. Look at that cute paw. Oh my god, we need to restore that to make it even cuter. Let's draw around it. Great, we've got all the fur done, and now that paw looks complete.
Okay, so it looks like we're in some kind of barbershop here. And this guy needs his haircut fixed ASAP. I don't know how he ended up bald, but it looks like we can do hair extensions. So let's try to give him a haircut like the one in the picture so his hair looks decent again.
Okay, I think we drew her just perfectly. Just look. This hairstyle suits this guy very well. Now we're moving on, and here we need to help this mime. But I think the makeup on his face is a little off for his image. Let's draw him.
Great! Now this makeup is on his face and he looks like a real mime. Okay, now we see some kind of smiley face or something. Let's draw him a smile. Great! Now he's smiling. I'm glad we could cheer him up.
Moving on. There's some elephant here, and it looks like he wants to fly into the sky with the help of balloons, but one balloon is missing. Honestly, I don't think even that many balloons would be enough to lift the elephant into the sky. But it looks like these balloons are too gigantic.
Now we need to help this guy. Apparently he's missing some attribute of his clothing. His mustache is pretty weird, most likely Charlie Chaplin, right? Just look at it. It turns out he was missing his signature bowler hat on his head.
Now we've met a cop, but it looks like he's lost his badge somewhere. Let's get his badge back so this guy can show it. Great, we've got it back and he's a full-fledged police officer. Okay, on to the next level.
There is definitely one book missing here. I think this book was divided into 4 parts. but apparently someone lost the third part. But now we will finish drawing these books and they look complete.
Okay, let's move on. And here, apparently, this sheep is missing wool. Someone stole all of her wool, but we were able to restore it, and now she obviously won't be cold.
Okay, so now we're off to some barbershop again, and it looks like this granny has gone bald too. Okay, we definitely need to restore her hair so she looks like she does in this picture. Let's do it quickly. Great. Now this granny is simply irresistible.
There's definitely one more sushi missing here. Wow, look at that. It looks delicious. Let's move on.
Oh my god, this guy seems to have lost his shower curtain somewhere. Let's get him one back so he can have a better shower and feel more at ease. Look, this guy seems to like singing in the shower.
Oh, look at this guy! Apparently he's doing some road work and he needs to fix this thing that he can break asphalt with. Cool. Now he can break it to put a new road in its place.
Oh, look at this girl. Apparently she was playing guitar, but her cord broke. We need to repair it. Great. Now with the repaired cord, she can play guitar really loud.
Okay, now we need to light this candle, apparently. Let's draw a flame on it. Now we need to do this as soon as possible. Great, now.
Oh my god, look at that. It turns out there was a vampire in there all along. Now we need to finish drawing a spring for this clown that jumps out of the box. I've actually been afraid of them my whole life. They look super creepy, but this guy looks pretty friendly.
Okay, now we need to help this pig. It looks like she lost her snout somewhere. We need to put that snout back on her face because that was the weirdest way to look. And now she looks real.
Looks like we're in some kind of donor place now. And here we urgently need to restore the donor that was here. Let's restore it. Cool! Now we'll make a great kebab.
Okay, so it looks like someone was drinking bubble tea here, but they lost the straw. We need to restore the straw for this bubble tea so it can be drunk. Let's do it. Great. Now someone can enjoy this delicious drink.
Oh my god, I feel so sorry for this cat. It looks like he really wanted to get out of the rain, but his umbrella is broken. We need to fix it ASAP so this cat doesn't get wet. Great! Now this guy won't get his fur wet.
Oh, look at this very muscular guy. He looks like he must be holding something very heavy on his shoulders, like a giant rock. But no, he's holding up the entire planet. Wow, he looks really strong.
And here we need to restore the birdhouse. It seems to me that it lacks a hole for the birds to fly in. Cool. Now this bird can live there and sing right from there.
And here, it looks like this guy delivered something. Let's restore this booklet so we can sign for it when we receive the delivery. Cool. It looks like it was some kind of gift for us.
Oh no. Look at this guy. He actually decided to go get honey, but he decided not to put on his protection and then he got stung by bees. I don't think it's going to save him, but anyway, he's protected now.
Look at this cat. He looks hungry, but his bowl is empty. We need to fill his bowl. Cool. Now there's a lot of food here. He will definitely not go hungry.
Now we need to restore this train. I think this thing is missing. Yeah, cool. We drew this stick, and now these wheels will move. We're going to move on.
It looks like this girl was buying her plane tickets next to the window, but apparently there is no window. We need to make this window so she can enjoy the views. Oh my god, just look at this! It looks like it was some kind of very unusual plane.
Okay, now we need to restore this candy so that it can be opened and eaten. Let's do it. Cool. Now this candy looks complete.
And here we need to finish drawing the pearl in this shell so that it can be seen. Cool, it looks incredibly beautiful. It shines really cool.
Oh, just look at this poor hair. It looks like someone bit off his entire ear, but we were able to restore it. Now this hair looks very happy.
And here is the next level. Just look! Apparently someone broke a whole pipe. Let's fix it here so that hot and cold water can be supplied here. Great! Now this tap can be used.
And here, apparently this TV has a broken antenna, so it doesn't show any channels. But we'll add a second antenna here, and now you can watch a movie about ninja. Cool.
Okay, now, look at this. It looks like a graduation cap. It's definitely missing a tassel. What's cool about this is we added one, and it's in some kind of paint for some reason. Okay, that looked a little weird.
Oh my god! Just look at this guy. He doesn't look like Santa at all. He looks like some drunk. But now with that beard, he definitely looks like Santa Claus. Moving on.
Look, it's Tetris! We need to add another figure here. Okay, let's do it quickly. It seems to me that we should have drawn it differently here. It's quite possible that it should have been done exactly like this.
Oh no, I think we drew it too big, but now this shape fits here perfectly and we move on.
Oh my, this vacuum definitely needs a hose. Let's add one here so it can be used. Great, now it will suck up dust just fine.
Oh no, it looks like someone took this phone apart. We need to get the back cover back ASAP, so this phone doesn't break even more. Great. We added the back cover and now this phone looks complete and we're finally on our way.
Here we need to draw a trajectory for this Viking. Great, now he jumps and takes all the coins.
Oh no, look at this guy. He looks like he's high up and he's about to fall, but we were able to draw this thing for him. And now, oh my god, look at this. Okay, we're moving on.
It looks like some kind of credit card, but I think it's missing that big black stripe that you need to scan the information. Cool. Now you can pay with this credit card.
Look at this bouquet. It seems like it will wilt very soon. We need to put it in a vase immediately. Yeah, cool. Now these flowers will live much longer.
I think there's definitely a whole piece of pizza missing here. Let's take a look. Yeah, great. We were right. It turns out this pizza didn't have a crust.
And now we've moved on to the solar system. And it seems to me that there's something missing in the center. More likely it's some planet. No, it turns out it's the sun.
And now it looks like we need to help the gingerbread man. I think he's lost one of his legs. Let's get it back to him ASAP. Great. We finished drawing that leg, and now he looks a lot happier.
Oh, just look. It looks like this tourist wanted to hide from the cold, but his tent is missing. We urgently need to get it back. Let's do it. Great. Now he can finally rest in it.
Oh, look at that! I think that bear is breaking traffic rules. We need to draw a seatbelt for him ASAP so he doesn't accidentally fly out. Great. Now he's safe.
Oh, look at this. It looks like someone stole this cactus pot. I think it might die because of this. Let's get it back to its pot as soon as possible. Cool. This cactus is now inside its pot. I think it's safe now.
Oh my god, just look at this cat. It looks like he's missing a canopy in this stroller. Let's add one so no one knows he's hiding here. Great, now no one will ever find out.
Okay, we're moving on. Look, this guy seems to have lost one of his laces. We need to get them back as soon as possible. Cool. Now these shoes will fit.
Okay, we're moving on. Just look at this superhero! Someone definitely ripped his cape off. We need to give him his cape back so he can look like a full-fledged superhero again. Great, just look at him. Now he looks like he's gonna save the city.
Oh my god, just look at this. It looks like there's a roadblock here, and we need to get the road on the left back. Let's get it back up quickly so the car can go there. Great, now it can turn left.
Just look at this failed knight. It looks like he went into battle and forgot his most important armor. Let's restore his armor so he won't be in any danger. Cool. Now he can finally go into battle without worrying about getting hurt.
Okay, so it looks like we're in a barber shop now. Here we need to help cut this guy's hair. But to be honest, I'm not really sure what we need to do. Maybe we need to give him a new haircut.
Okay, that doesn't seem to be quite right. Maybe we should add an apron for him to keep his hair off his clothes. Great. Now his hair won't fall on him.
Apparently, we ended up on a very beautiful street. Now we need to restore the bridge that was between these two houses so that the street seems complete. Great. Just look at this blue, insanely beautiful building.
Okay, we've reached the next level, and this pineapple is definitely missing a part on top. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's probably just some regular pineapple leaves.
Now we have to restore this hourglass. I think somebody stole the glass. It's actually quite strange that this structure is still intact, because I think it should have all fallen down. We put this glass in, and now the sand is running down.
We have moved on to the next level. I think this domino is missing a division in the middle. Great. We have added this strip, and now the domino is divided.
Oh, just look at this guy. He appears to be on this boat, but it's definitely missing a sail. Let's fix the sail so this guy can sail away. Great! Now this ship can sail with the wind.
Okay, now we've reached the next level, and it looks like somebody stole the screen from this machine. Okay, let's put it back here. In fact, I think it was some kind of intruder or something.
And now, it looks like we need to help someone win at tic-tac-toe. There's definitely one cross missing. Great. We finished it, and now this game is over. We're moving on.
Oh my god, this pilot lost his control column. We need to get it back so he can fly the plane. Great. We got the control column back, and now this plane will fly properly.
Just look at this dragon. It looks like he didn't have a second head. Let's give him a second head so he can be happy. Yes, just look. He now has a second head that he's friends with.
Oh no! Just look at this girl. It looks like she decided to jump with a parachute, but her parachute is gone. Let's get that parachute back so she can fall safely. Great! Now she's definitely not in danger of falling from a great height.
Now we need to help Albert Einstein. I think this is that famous picture of him where he sticks out his tongue. Let's draw him here. Great. Now he looks like that picture.
Well, okay. Now we have moved on to the next level, and apparently we have a Chinese lantern in front of us. We need to restore its walls so that this lantern can shine and look really nice. Cool, we did it. Now it really looks really cool.
Looks like we need a shoe brush here because these shoes are really dirty. Let's clean them. Yes, just look. The place is clean now.
We need to restore this Matryoshka. Let's draw the top part of the Matryoshka so that it looks whole. Cool. Now this toy looks great.
Okay, now we move on. Here, it looks like this guy has lost absolutely all the keys on his piano. We need to get those keys back so he can play it. I think we drew it wrong on the first try, but on the second try, we finally got all the keys back.
Look, this looks like some kind of Chinese coin. I remember there was always a square hole in the center of these coins. Let's try to draw it. Great. We've drawn a perfect square hole. That's exactly what this coin was missing, and we're finally moving on.
Oh my god, look at this deer. It looks like he's missing antlers. Let's put the antlers back on his head so he can be happy again. Great! We've drawn his second antler, and now this deer looks a lot happier.
Look, this guy seems to be playing with construction sets. Apparently he wanted to build a house, but apparently its walls are missing. Let's put the walls back on this house. Great. Now he can put this Lego figure in this house.
And here, apparently, we are dealing with some house again. But this time, it is a gingerbread house. Here, we need to restore the door. Let's draw it. Cool. Now this gingerbread house looks very tasty.
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea what we need to remove here. Wow, look at this. It turns out this mouse ate all the fruit.
Okay, actually, I'm not quite sure yet what we need to remove here. Let's try to remove everything we can. It's quite possible that we need to remove some part of this item.
To be honest, I don't know yet which one. It's quite possible that we need to use a hint here.
Okay, that was a bit of a weird decision, but it looks like we needed to remove the bottom of the orange here. Okay, we did that, and now we can squeeze the juice out of it. Well, we'll move on.
Just look at this fairy. I don't know what we need to remove, and maybe we need to remove all the wings.
Okay, this is not quite what we were supposed to do. God, I feel like this game is too complicated for us because we have absolutely no idea what we're supposed to do.
Here it turns out, we needed to remove that flag so she could keep her wand. And now we need to find out what that sheep is hiding. Let's see what's really under her fur.
Just look at this! It turns out she's actually very muscular. It looks really cool. Just look at this! This is quite an odd couple. Let's see why she really loves him.
Okay, so it turns out that he actually just has a lot of money, and that's why she's with him.
Moving on, here we need to help the hippopotamus itself. Honestly, I don't know how we can help it, but it's quite possible that we only need to leave it with a few teeth. It only has 4 teeth, as far as I remember.
Yeah, look at that. We took out the extra teeth, and now it looks right. Now we need to get the orange color. Okay, I think we need to take the green out of here, and when we mix those two colors, we get the orange.
Great! We've completed this level. Okay, here we need to make this pen correct. I think we need to remove something from here. It's quite possible that we need to try to move this pen. This pen, somehow.
Well, to be honest, I don't know how we can do this. Let's see. It turns out that the head had to be removed, and now we need to remove something else to move this feather. But at this point, I have absolutely no idea what we have to remove here.
It's possible that we need to remove some part of this. Yeah, I think we need to remove the handle. Great, removed the handle, and now it looks like a fountain pen. Okay, now we're moving on.
Here we need to mold the same pot as in the picture. Let's try to do it as carefully as possible. Okay, it turns out we just needed to remove the extra parts, and now this pot looks just like in the picture.
Cool! Okay, now we need to help those guys communicate. I think they're definitely getting in the way of those things in their hands. Okay, it's possible that's not exactly what we need to remove.
Well, let's try to take away their internet. Yeah, just look. Now they can't communicate via social networks.
Moving on, we need to trim this guy here. I think we need to remove the beard so that he only has the bottom part of this beard. Okay, let's be really careful here.
I think we need to be very careful here not to shave off too much of his beard. Okay, we needed to remove his mustache and make his beard oval. God, I feel like this game is going to kill me. It's just impossible.
Okay, so we've removed this part, and we've removed his mustache, and now I think we need to trim it down so it's more rounded. And now we need to remove these parts on top so his head is square. Okay, so it looks like we need to use a hint here too.
Sometimes I feel like this game is messing with us because we've done this exactly the same way before. Okay, turns out that picture was upside down, we just had to remove all his hair. Okay, moving on.
Look at this! It looks like there are 2 sheep here, but apparently they are not quite who they say they are. Look at this! It turns out there was a wolf hiding at the top of the tree this whole time. Yeah, look at this! This guy definitely wants to eat them.
Okay, we're moving on. We need to make them both happy here. I think we need to connect them somehow to do that. Yeah, look at that. It turns out that all it took was digging a hole. Okay, we're moving on.
Here we need to help this guy type something. To do this, it was enough to simply remove the cat from the keyboard, and we finally move on.
Okay, look at that! It looks like this thief is going to rob the house. We definitely need to remove this chain so the dog can chase him away. Yeah, look at that! Now he can definitely chase the thief away.
Oh, look at that. I think the guy's skirt is too long. It definitely needs to be shorter. Okay, now we've made the perfect size for this skirt, and we can move on.
Okay. Looks like this little turtle is in trouble. We definitely need to hide him. Let's get him into his shell. Great. Now that eagle is out of trouble, we can move on.
Okay, this is where we need to see. Oh my god, just look at what this guy actually has in his basket. I think there's definitely something wrong here. Yeah, just look at it. It turns out it's Frankenstein. Okay, that was pretty funny.
And now we need to help this girl remove her makeup. Let's help her do it. Okay, we've removed absolutely all of her makeup, and now she looks more natural.
Well, here we need to help that doctor. I think he's showing him the wrong thing. Okay, turns out he needed to get the ice cream off that stick.
Now we need to help this toast bread escape from the robber. Okay, I think we should try to do something like this. Yeah, look at that! Now this guy is really scared of him.
Here, we need to help that guy get to the finish line. I think we need to make this slope more gentle. Let's somehow remove this part at the top so that this guy can fly over. But I think we need to do something different here. Yeah, look at that. We broke off part of this boulder. It fell and covered this hole.
This wasp definitely needed a stinger, so we gave it back. Great! Now she can sting her enemies. Now we need to draw a giant gong.
Let's finish drawing him quickly so that we can hit him and start the fight. Excellent! Just look at how gigantic he is.
Guys, I don't understand a single damn word this guy says. Did we even need to invite him to star in our videos?
Can you be a little more tolerant? He is our guest after all, and we must respect him. And it is quite possible that some of our viewers understand him. Although I personally have some doubts about it, to be honest.
Guys, can you stop discussing this nonsense? Let's get back to this game now. We drew a blindfold on this judge's eyes so that she could evaluate everything fairly.
And now we're moving straight to the next level. Oh my god, just look at this landscape. Everything here looks so beautiful. I think there's a cloud missing.
You were wrong. It is quite possible that something else is missing here. Jax tried to draw the sun, but it didn't help either. Guys, it seems to me that something else is missing here. Let's be more careful.
It seems to me that there is some element of this landscape missing here. By the way, just look at this rainbow. In my opinion, there have always been a few more colors in the rainbow. Maybe there is another strip missing here?
It turns out this rainbow was missing a red stripe. How come we didn't notice that right away? Okay, we've moved on to the next level. Here we need to help this shark. Great! We've finished drawing her fin, and now she can swim in this water.
Just look at these cucumbers. It seems to me that they are definitely very crowded next to each other. Let's draw a jar so that these cucumbers can be preserved. Excellent! Now they like the place where they are more.
Oh no, I think this fireman might fall into that hole now. Let's draw a fireman's pole for him so he can get down much more safely.
Cool! Now he's gone down, and it's quite possible that he'll go and save someone from a fire. By the way, just look at this girl. It looks like she got into some kind of trouble and lost all her hair. Let's give it back to her.
This grandpa is very angry. Let's finish drawing the missing part for his rocking chair. Cool! After we finished drawing it, this grandpa became much more cheerful.
Oh my god, this shark has lost all its teeth somewhere. We need to urgently restore these teeth because a shark without teeth cannot exist. After all, it is a predatory fish.
It looks like these guys are having a tug-of-war competition, but they lost the rope somewhere. Okay, we've drawn the missing part of this rope, and now they can test their strength. And now we move on, and here we need to help the knight. It looks like his weapon is broken.
Cool. We restored his weapon and now he can go to war. And we move on to the next level. And here we definitely need to finish drawing the missing part of this guitar because without it, it will be simply impossible to play it.
now it finally looks like a full-fledged guitar, and it seems to me that you can play a huge number of different cool songs on it. And now we need help for the witch who has some kind of strange broom.
Guys, to be honest, I think I absolutely agree with Kinger. This guy is very strange. I absolutely do not understand what he is saying. I do not even understand if his reaction is good or bad.
Let me try to read his emotions. It seems to me that he is now experiencing joy and bewilderment. Or is it surprise? Okay. To be honest, I myself do not understand what emotions he is experiencing.
Guys, maybe we should just shut up for a little while and continue playing this game. We were just at a gas station, and now we need to help Bruce Lee. I think his nunchucks are broken, and we need to restore the chain between them.
Oh, I remember this guy. He was in a lot of kung fu movies. He is very strong and a very cool fighter. And we are going to the next level. And here we definitely need to restore the crystal dome above this house to get a beautiful statue.
Wow, we restored this statue. And now I have a New Year mood. And here we need to draw an arrow in the right direction. I think we need to draw an arrow so that it points to the number 3, because the total weight of these weights is 3 units.
It seems to me that he was trying to explain something now, or he was just as surprised as I was by the size of this little pencil. I don't know what emotion he was experiencing, but it seems to me that I understood him exactly.
And now we need to draw another bun for this burger because without this bun, it looks like a sandwich. Let's draw it to make this thing a burger again. Awesome, we finally did it.
Look, it looks like we're going through a tutorial for this game right now. Okay, I get it. What we need to do here is make sure that this ball doesn't get showered with those scary dark creatures.
Okay, let's move on. Right to the next level. And here, it looks like we need to cover him with this cube so nothing can kill him. Great. Look at all this stuff falling from the sky and nobody hits him. This guy is saved. Cool. We're moving on to the next level. Hopefully there's something more difficult ahead.
Wow, look at that. It turns out there are 2 balls here now, and we need to save both of them. Great, we were able to put some kind of roof on them or something, and now all these black things are flying past them. Cool. These guys are saved, and we're moving on.
And now, in this level, we'll have to figure out how to save him again. I think he's like in some kind of house. It looks really cool. And now he's saved too. Great! Our house turned out to be pretty stable.
Oh, look at that! This is where we need to think a little bit harder. Okay, I think we should do these things first, and then we'll add the roof on top. Great, we've added it, and now all these things are flying past him again. Great, we've built a pretty stable house for him again, and now we can move on to the next level.
Oh, look at that. It looks like we have to save these 2 red marbles here. We're going to put this big circle on top of them so those things can't get in. Great. There's definitely no way those things can get in. Cool. These guys are saved again.
We're moving on to the next level. Looks like we need to spawn this ball first and then spawn the other 2. Great. Now he's definitely out of danger too. It would be really sad if even one creepy black ball fell through that little crack.
Okay, now I think we should first click here so that he rolls into this hole and then cover him with this cube from above. Great, now he will definitely be saved. Cool. We are really going through this game professionally. I think it's time for us to move on to something more difficult in this game.
I hope that the hard levels will start appearing as soon as possible. It would be great if the next level was harder than this one, because here we practically didn't have to think. We just assembled some blocks from these 2 L letters.
Okay, now it looks like we're going to have to do exactly the same thing, only now we're going to have to save these 2 red balls. Okay, we can handle that easily. I think this game is very easy. It's even too easy for us.
Wow, look at that. Now here's where things get tricky. Okay, I guess we need to put them here first, and then we need to randomly place these balls. Great! Now it looks like no one has a chance to get inside. Great. Look at these guys, they're still alive. Well, this is where things really get tricky. And it's possible that things will get a little trickier here.
Okay. I think we should do this first, and then we'll drop this thing on top. Cool! Now it's formed a roof over his head, and he'll be protected again. Okay, looks like the hard levels are really starting to appear in this game. I even had to think a little before I did the actions.
Here, now we need to open some chest. We opened it and got 80 coins. Okay, we have the opportunity to open some more. Just look, we found some hat in one of the boxes, but it looks like we can only get it for watching an ad, and we definitely won't do that.
Okay, now we're going to have to place this guy here, and I think if we do it this way, no thing will touch him. Oh no, unfortunately, we screwed up. Okay, looks like we needed to think a little harder here. I think we should try the level again.
Okay, I think we should do this thing here first, and then add these two characters here. No, unfortunately, we failed here. Okay, looks like we need to be a little smarter, huh? Just look at this. It turns out we needed to make the ramp first, and then make this ball roll down and cover our friend with the ball. Okay, now we can get through again.
Wow, look at this. This one is a little more challenging too. Okay, I think we'll need to add a ramp first so these guys can roll down into their holes, and then we'll cover them with these circles on top. Cool, we were able to save them again. Okay, it looks like these levels are getting a little more difficult, but some of these levels are still easy for us, and now it looks like we're going to have to think a little bit harder.
Okay, let's be really careful here. I think we need to place these things first, then spawn the red balls, and then put the caps on top. Great. Now these guys are definitely protected. I think this is one of the most secure homes we've ever built for them, and they seem pretty happy.
And we're finally moving on? Okay, looks like we're going to have to think a little bit here too. Well, I think we'll first put this thing here, and then we'll spawn a ball so this guy rolls down. Now we need to close the passage with this cube, so no one can get to him. Just look at them. They're falling with such force that they can barely push through.
Now here's where we need to think a little bit. Okay, we need to open this pit. To do that, we need to spawn this block here. Cool. Now we need to make it so that it gets pushed into this pit, and then close it from above. Great, now there's no way to get to him. Okay, looks like this guy is in good hands now. I'm really happy for him, and he looks pretty happy. And we're finally moving on.
Wow, look at that. This is a very dangerous level, but I think we can get through it too. Okay, actually we just had to push this ball down, and now we've covered this guy with a roof. Look at the force with which all these things are falling. This thing is barely hanging on top of him, and we're finally moving on.
And now we're gonna have to think very carefully again before we do anything. Okay, I think we'll spawn them first, and then we'll try to cover them somehow. I think we should put up walls for them, and then we'll cover them with these balls from above. Okay? I think no one can get to them here for sure. Let's see this. Oh, look at them. They almost pushed these balls out. Good thing these guys were pretty tough and survived it.
Okay, 3 more chests to open, and we've got the hat again. But it looks like watching ads in these games means watching ads. We're not gonna do that, so we're moving on to the last level for today.
Okay, look at this. It looks like we need to figure out how to push them back. I think we should do this first, and then cover them with balls from above. Yeah! Look at this. I think this is the most secure cover, and we were able to save all these guys again. Well, okay, I think it's time to move on to the next game.
This wasp definitely needed a stinger, so we gave it back. Great! Now she can sting her enemies. Now we need to draw a giant gong.
Let's finish drawing him quickly so that we can hit him and start the fight. Excellent! Just look at how gigantic he is.
Guys, I don't understand a single damn word this guy says. Did we even need to invite him to star in our videos?
Can you be a little more tolerant? He is our guest after all, and we must respect him. And it is quite possible that some of our viewers understand him. Although I personally have some doubts about it, to be honest.
Guys, can you stop discussing this nonsense? Let's get back to this game now. We drew a blindfold on this judge's eyes so that she could evaluate everything fairly.
And now we're moving straight to the next level. Oh my god, just look at this landscape. Everything here looks so beautiful. I think there's a cloud missing.
You were wrong. It is quite possible that something else is missing here. Jax tried to draw the sun, but it didn't help either. Guys, it seems to me that something else is missing here. Let's be more careful.
It seems to me that there is some element of this landscape missing here. By the way, just look at this rainbow. In my opinion, there have always been a few more colors in the rainbow. Maybe there is another strip missing here?
It turns out this rainbow was missing a red stripe. How come we didn't notice that right away? Okay, we've moved on to the next level. Here we need to help this shark. Great! We've finished drawing her fin, and now she can swim in this water.
Just look at these cucumbers. It seems to me that they are definitely very crowded next to each other. Let's draw a jar so that these cucumbers can be preserved. Excellent! Now they like the place where they are more.
Oh no, I think this fireman might fall into that hole now. Let's draw a fireman's pole for him so he can get down much more safely.
Cool! Now he's gone down, and it's quite possible that he'll go and save someone from a fire. By the way, just look at this girl. It looks like she got into some kind of trouble and lost all her hair. Let's give it back to her.
This grandpa is very angry. Let's finish drawing the missing part for his rocking chair. Cool. After we finished drawing it, this grandpa became much more cheerful.
Looks like she got into some kind of trouble and lost all her hair. Let's give it back to her.
This grandpa is very angry. Let's finish drawing the missing part for his rocking chair. Cool. After we finished drawing it, this grandpa became much more cheerful.
I think these guys want to pretend that they are adults. We should have drawn a coat for them. Great. They were sold a ticket after they pulled this scam.
And now we need to draw a flag for this climber. I don't think it will be difficult. Let's draw a big, beautiful flag.
Wow, the flag we drew really looks very big. It has some really weird logo on it. I don't understand what it means, but in principle, I think it doesn't matter and we can move on.
And now it looks like someone lost the ring from this box and we need to get it back. Okay? That was a pretty easy test. It didn't even require much thinking.
And here, we need to help this little mouse to escape because this huge black cat wants to eat him. I think we need to make a hole for him to hide in.
I think this cat is completely confused. It's good that we were able to help this mouse. And now we need to help the Statue of Liberty. It looks like she lost her torch somewhere.
The main thing is that we were able to restore it and now it's in place. Just look at how it burns. In fact, I always liked the way the Statue of Liberty's torch looks.
In my opinion, this figurine is definitely missing something, but I don't quite remember what she had all this time. Wow, it turns out she needed to finish drawing the sword. Now she looks complete.
Did you seriously not know that the Oscar statuette had a sword this whole time? Okay, it seems that you watch movies too rarely, and now we need to finish drawing this weird girl's eyebrow.
It's very strange that her eyebrows look like a seagull. Just look at how they grew together. It seems to me that she definitely has a testosterone problem.
I guess we can't blame her for that. Okay, let's just move on to the next level. And here we definitely need to add a straw for that bubble tea.
I really like the way it looks, and it really looks very appetizing. I wanted to drink it right now. In fact, I'm not used to drinking something tasty because I've been living in a basement for a very long time.
Bro, I even felt a little sorry for you. But we won't talk about it now. Now we need to restore this lipstick. It looks like someone broke it in the most accidental way possible.
Oh no, I think this pirate has a problem with his hand. Let's restore his hook. By the way, this is the most it's strange that half of his body is not visible. It is quite possible that instead of some leg, he also has a wooden leg.
It seems to me that you are starting to speak in some stereotypes because not all pirates have wooden legs. And in general, modern pirates are very different from the pirates we see in cartoons. And by the way, we were able to restore an ancient Chinese coin. We just needed to make a square hole in it.
And now we need to put handcuffs on this criminal. It looks like this guy has done some bad things in his life, and now we need to put him in handcuffs so that he can start serving his sentence.
For some reason, I feel sorry for this guy, but I hope he really deserves it. And now we need to help this chameleon. He is definitely missing part of his tail and his tongue that might be sticking out. But I think we definitely need to finish drawing his tail.
But we finally managed to help him. Great. Now he looks like a full-fledged chameleon. And now we need to draw a nail that will be hammered with this hammer. But in fact, it looks like Jax has problems with drawing.
But he finally managed to finish drawing this nail! To be honest, I thought he really wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, we've reached the next level, and here we need to draw a hotel bell. It looks like this bell is needed to call the hostess to the reception.
It looks like no one will have any problems with this now, and now we need to restore this treasure map. We need to take this ship straight to the mark so that the pirates can capture the treasures that are on this island.
Great. Finally, this ship got to the treasure. Looks like now I am very happy with this. And now we need to restore this smiley. It looks extremely happy, but I think it definitely lacks a sticking out tongue.
It looks like this guy loves money very much. But in fact, it seems to me that in this world there are no people who do not love them. Well, okay, we got to the next level, and here we definitely need to draw some kind of load that opens these curtains.
Bro, I think you're drawing something wrong. You definitely need to draw a huge bag here that can outweigh this rope. Great. Now we can open these curtains and we can see the singer.
It's a pity that we can't hear the song she performs. And now we need to restore this Chinese fan. By the way, it looks very beautiful, and I would also like to have the same.
I don't think you need such a thing because it creates a wind that can accidentally make you start flying away in a random direction. Okay, now, let's get to the point that we need to somehow help this swordsman, and to be honest, I don't understand why this game doesn't count all our attempts to draw his sword.
In my opinion, the developers of this game have absolutely no idea what a real sword looks like. We try very hard to draw it, but in fact, this game shows us that we just needed to draw an ordinary stick. This is extremely stupid, because we tried to draw a really beautiful long sword.
And now we need to finish drawing a label for this tea bag. Okay, that was as easy as it gets. By the way, just look at the happy face of this tea bag. It looks like this guy is really happy.
Wait! I don't quite understand what this guy is missing. Maybe he's missing smoke from a pipe or something like that. Oh yeah, he's missing a huge magnifying glass. He's just holding a huge weird stick.
It looks like this guy was actually a detective, and now we were able to help him get his working tool back. Okay, now we need to make a spring in this calendar so that this calendar really works and looks right.
This is a great idea. I think this is exactly what we needed to do in this level. Great! We were able to pass it! Now we need to help this extremely unkempt passerby clean his shoes, but it seems to me that our brush is a little damaged. But now we were able to finish drawing the bristles on it.
Great! Now these shoes are clean. Oh no! We need to help that guy escape the fire. And to do that, we need to finish drawing the fire escape. Great! Now this guy will be saved.
Wait, what do we need to draw here? It looks like we need to draw some kind of hook or fish or something like that. In general, this all looks pretty strange.
Let's try to draw a little fish. But it seems like this game doesn't like it at all. This thing looks really weird. It looks like some kind of float or something.
Maybe we actually need to draw a hook or the base of this float? I can't figure out what we actually need to draw here. But it looks like this game is really messing with us.
Guys, calm down. I think we'll figure it out someday. Maybe a bigger fish was needed here. Oh, it looks like Jax has already drawn it. Okay, I'm really starting to run out of ideas about what we need to do here.
I think it should be some kind of huge float or something like that. But even a huge float, this game doesn't want to count for us. I'm really confused. What else could you need on a fishing trip?
Okay, I guess we should finally use the hint. Wait, seriously? We were just supposed to draw some giant impossible circle? Okay, that was stupid!
I think the developer of this game has never been fishing himself. He has no idea what a float looks like. Okay, now we need to help this chemist. I think she forgot to put on protective equipment.
I think the developer of this game has never been fishing himself. He has no idea what a float looks like. Okay, now we need to help this chemist. I think she forgot to put on protective equipment.
I think drawing a gas mask will be extremely difficult, and we tried to do it now, but the game still didn't count it as the correct answer. Oh, just look. When we drew a big mask for her, it turned out that in fact all this time she needed glasses.
And now, we need to help this extremely sad Capadon. Just look at his face. I think he is extremely upset because he lost his arrow. But he is very lucky that we were able to help him get it back.
And now we were able to draw the whole missing building. Without it, it really looked pretty empty here. Wait, someone ate the fish in this dish. We need to restore it ASAP.
I think this test will not be difficult for us at all. It is really very easy to implement.
Wait, have you ever seen anyone cook fish like that? Like, leaving all the unnecessary parts on it? Usually the tail and head are cut off.
I thought it was weird too! But I never look for logic in this game! And by the way, we just managed to finish drawing this beautiful pretzel!
I didn't think this thing had such a weird name, but it sounds pretty cool. Now let's finish drawing a spacesuit for this astronaut. Cool. Now he definitely won't suffocate.
It's weird that the cosmic pressure didn't crush his head. Well, okay, now let's move on to the next level. And here we definitely need to restore this weird thing. Anyway, I always thought it was weird that people made things like that for eggs.
In general, it's actually quite funny to hear from you that you consider some things strange. Oh, by the way, just look! It turns out that this flower is absolutely not the same as we drew it.
It looks like one of the strollers on this Ferris wheel is missing, and we were able to restore it. By the way, just look at how fast it spins. I think this attraction is really scary.
Looks like this ball guy was really looking forward to his tree's harvest, but it just won't bloom, so I think we should take matters into our own hands. Wait, seriously? Was it a money tree all along?
Looks like this guy took advantage of us. Well, okay. I think we should move on to the next level. And here we definitely need to finish drawing the microphone.
You get perfect lines. Great! We were able to finish drawing this microphone, and now it will work. And now I am definitely sure that we need to finish drawing the watermelon here.
I think you drew it really badly this time. I think you should try drawing the perfect shape for this piece of watermelon because you've been doing it really badly so far.
Finally, you managed to draw this watermelon perfectly. And now we can move on. But this level is extremely simple because all we had to draw here was the ring on which all these keys are held.
Yes, you are right. This was really the easiest level. By the way, just look. This hat definitely lacks a tassel. Let's finish drawing it.
We really guess everything very quickly. Oh wait, I think the developer of this game took the word tassel too literally.
Looks like this is some kind of trolling from them or something like that. And now we need to save these sheep from hungry wolves. And all we had to do was build this fence to protect them.
Cool. Now these sheep will be safe. But it's pretty weird that they can't run around them. By the way, just look. Someone decided to leave their initials. Maybe this is actually a declaration of love from Jax.
Just look! He actually tried to write his name in there. Okay, bro. That was the most stupid thing. Especially since there's no one in our circus whose name starts with that letter.
Maybe it actually means something. Okay, that was the weirdest thing ever. I didn't expect him to do that.
Guys, relax. I was just trying to make a joke. But you immediately started making some stupid theories. Just focus on this game and enjoy it.
This rooster looks pretty bald. He definitely needs a comb on his head. Let's draw it. Great. Now he looks like a real rooster.
We are really doing pretty fast today, and now we need to finish this DNA. Cool. We just had to finish the stripe, and we did it with ease.
I think we're really starting to get through these levels too fast. This was pretty easy too. Just adding a pedestrian bridge between these buildings would have been enough. Now we need to draw a trail for this comet.
Is it just me, or have all the levels in this game become really easy? We're getting through them extremely fast, and it's even starting to scare me a little. Okay, now let's move on to the next level. And here, to be honest, I have absolutely no idea what we need to finish drawing.
We definitely need to adjust the focus here. But to be honest, I can't even imagine how we can do it. Maybe we need to draw some additional button or lever on this camera.
Okay, it looks like we've finally come across a really difficult level that we don't know how to get through. I think we'll have to use a hint here.
I think we gave up too quickly. But we really had no ideas. And in fact, we just needed to draw a scale for the focus to be adjusted. Okay, that was pretty easy, but we didn't think of that before.
It looks like these two batteries are starting to get embarrassed, and we need to draw a cover on this remote to hide them from prying eyes. Great. Now they are secluded.
Looks like this slipper is missing straps. It's just impossible to wear. But we were able to fix it. And now we definitely need to finish drawing this pickaxe stuck into this Minecraft block.
Great! We were able to guess before and finish drawing this pickaxe.
In general, it seems to me that I'm starting to get a little stupid, because I don't quite understand what this granny wants to knit. It seems like she wants to knit an apron or something like that. But for some reason, she is very surprised.
And it seems to me that she looks surprised because she doesn't have glasses. She has very poor eyesight, and it is quite possible that this is why she had difficulties knitting this strange product.
Bro, I'm actually really scared by the fact that we hear your voice as if it was actually recorded on a dictaphone. I still think that we are talking to a recording right now.
It's not surprising because my real voice has long since ceased to exist, but my mind still remains, so I can talk to you at least in this way. Isn't that great?
Guys, don't you even want to apologize for the fact that I had to be in your video for just a few seconds? Although I wanted to give you a great tour of the entire estate. But why is this who decided to suck me into a vacuum cleaner?
Actually, for this action, I was rightfully punished, and I had to sit tied up and wait for this idiotic adventure to end. But okay, if it's so important to you, then I'm ready to apologize.
I think the guys did the right thing by deciding to shut you up because in some adventures you are absolutely unbearable. And I am very glad of the fact that I did not go there with you. Although I would have liked to see you tied up.
By the way, do you want to explain why you decided to stay in the circus and not come with us? I think we missed you, and you could have helped us.
Actually, we both had a great therapy session, and I think she was much better off staying in the circus this time. Okay, guys, let's not get stuck on this attention. This is our personal business.
Oh, that sounded pretty weird. Guys, don't you think that the two of them could have had an affair? It seems to me that it's quite possible.
Don't worry about it, my friend. I spent the whole evening with them, and nothing illegal happened between them. I think you should return your concentration to this game instead of thinking about someone's affairs.
By the way, did you even notice that in the new episode the bubble didn't say a word? It really looked extremely funny because he just flew around Kane like his decoration.
I generally always ignore what he says. By the way, it seems to me that Bubble and Kane, along with Zooble, are unfamiliar with our new characters. Although it is quite possible that they met on the set.
Actually, we've known Kane and the Bubble for quite a long time, because it's not the first time he sends the participants of his amazing digital circus to us every Halloween. It really scares a lot of people.
By the way, I am very upset by the fact that I did not have time to meet you, Marta, because Kinger and I were busy with slightly different hobbies. But someday, I will definitely come to visit you and have tea with you.
But you met me and I thought you were glad to meet me, right?
It seems to me that our acquaintance went, a little off plan. At least because you decided to send us to hell in which we almost died. But overall, yes, you are quite a nice man.
Sorry, my husband, for this. He does this to everyone who gets into his basement, and in general, everything that happens in our estate. This is a task from Kane, and we just need to do it, otherwise he will fire us or do something incomprehensible that I really can't understand.
Don't put the blame on me! You could have just scared them, but not tried to kill them. And stop! Wait, what were you trying to kill them? But these are characters from my circus. What would I have had to do after that? And how would I explain it to the audience?
Relax, buddy. We were actually just peacefully playing with each other, and I had the whole situation under control. There was no way I would have killed them. And in general, our acquaintance was pretty sweet. I even talked to them in my real form.
I think this is the worst adjective to describe our acquaintance with you. But overall, it was fun. And I definitely really liked the end of this trip. And by the way, don't you think that we've been talking about this whole video, not about the game that's happening on the screen right now?
It seems to me that Jax is doing a great job with this game even without our help. By the way, we just drew a fish and it is very afraid of this cat. And also, guys, I have a question. And when will you bring my comedy mask from your creepy estate?
I'm so
To be honest, I have absolutely no idea why we took him with us.
Bro, are you serious? He had way more screen time than you did in this episode. I think he deserves to be here even more than you do.
By the way, guys, just look who's back. We decided to bring this character back because we met him again in this episode.
Hello, everyone, friends. I'm so glad you finally decided to bring me back here. I'm so excited to film new episodes.
Okay, well, let's not get distracted and get back to the gameplay. Now we need to help the robber. He definitely wanted to steal something, but in fact, we helped this guard, and now he caught him.
And here we need to help this beaver. It looks like he wants to sharpen this pencil. Let's draw teeth for him. Great! Now he can do his usual thing.
Now we move on. Here we definitely need to add a stem to this mushroom. But this mushroom was actually a gnome. Just look at this good-natured guy.
Okay, now let's give this rooster his very nice tail. I think he feels incomplete without it. Wait, seriously? We tried to do that, but for some reason the game didn't accept it. Okay, let's try making everything smaller. Cool. Now he definitely likes his new tail.
Cool. And we're finally moving on. Just look. We need some help here. It looks like he wants to show a trick with sawing. Okay. I hope with this girl... Yeah, just look. We found some trick.
Here we need to add another arc for these glasses. They definitely need it, because without it, they can't stay on the head. Well, that's cool.
Just look at this bull. I think he's missing a traditional nose ring. I don't really know what they use those for, but they look pretty cool.
Okay, now let's hammer this sword back into the stone. We've finished drawing this stone, and now it looks very symbolic. And here we need to help this girl. She definitely needs a stick for this thing. Cool! I don't even know what this sport is called, actually.
Okay, now it looks like we need to figure out the pattern. I think it's drawn in this picture. Okay, let's try drawing it here. Okay, we've figured out this password, and now we can find out what's inside this phone.
Just look at this peacock. He definitely lacks his beautiful plumage. I think these beautiful birds use those tails to attract their relatives.
Oh no, just look at this. Without our help, this vampire will definitely burn in the sun. Let's close the lid of his coffin so the sun doesn't shine in his face. Cool. Now that sun won't be able to burn him.
And now we've moved on to the next level here. We definitely need to close her mummy in this tomb. I think it's definitely missing a lid. At least I should definitely return it so it doesn't look so creepy. But now this mummy is hidden in the tomb. And now let's help this guy play pool. He's definitely missing a pool cue. Cool, now we can finally win this pool game.
Oh no, just look at this! This guy needs to go to the bathroom, but it looks like the stairs in his house have disappeared. Let's get them back so he can relieve himself. Cool! Now he's finally reached the second floor and feels freer.
But we finally moved on. Just look. It looks like someone stepped very carefully on the sand. Let's restore this footprint here so it looks natural. These are two insanely beautiful footprints.
Okay, we're moving on. Look at this girl. She seems to have accidentally picked up a broken basket. She probably needs a bigger basket. Cool! Now we've given her back her whole basket.
Okay, now let's help Cupid. He's definitely missing a bowstring to shoot those arrows, but now he can get back to work.
And we're heading to the next level. Just look at this. This is the same game where you hit hamsters over the head with a sledgehammer. Okay, let's finish drawing the hamster. Oh my god, how cool. Now we've earned 1 point and are moving on.
Why are we in some recording studio? There's definitely a microphone missing here. We definitely need to get that back here. Cool. This microphone can now record sound.
Oh no, look at that! This snowman looks like he's missing his lower body. We definitely need to draw another circle. Awesome. Now this snowman looks complete.
Oh no! Look at this girl's eyebrow is missing. It must have been an accident or something. We definitely need to draw a second eyebrow on her. Awesome! Now her face looks as cute as can be.
Wow, look at this! It's some kind of portable console. It must be insanely old. It looks like a Game Boy or something. Let's give it a screen back. Oh, look at this ancient game. It looks like Tetris.
Okay, so now we're at the car wash, and there's definitely one more huge thing missing that's going to wash this car. Okay, we got it back, and now this car is going to be washed to a shine.
Just look at this guy. He looks like he was really tired. So when he left the house, he took the harness but didn't take his backpack. Let's give him that backpack back. Cool. Now he can go to school.
Oh, look at this girl. It looks like she's dressed up as a bunny, but she's definitely missing ears on her head. Let's give her some bunny ears to make her look complete. Awesome! Now she can go to the masquerade.
Just look at this girl. She's definitely missing eyebrows. Although I think she has one eyebrow. Look, it turns out she really does have one eyebrow, and she looks a lot like a seagull.
We've moved on to the next level, and this drink definitely needs a glass. Okay, we've finished drawing that glass, and now it can be filled with some insanely delicious lemonade.
Look at this. It's a chainsaw. But it looks like it can't cut anything because it doesn't have a chain. Okay, let's give it a chain back so this chainsaw can actually be useful. Because otherwise it would be completely useless.
And we move on. Here we need to draw another blade on the mill. It seems to me that the mill is absolutely useless without this blade. Cool, now it can grind grain. In general, I'm surprised that people used to build such a huge building just to grind grain.
Okay, now this statue is definitely missing her long sword, so we'll draw it in. Now she looks really cool.
Just look at this whistle. It didn't have a hole in it, but now it looks like it's finally going to whistle.
Okay, now we've moved on, and here apparently we need to finish drawing this violin. Wow, great, we've drawn it, and now it can make sounds.
Oh no, just look at this rooster. He's definitely missing a comb on top. Let's give him that back so he looks nice. Now he looks just like a real rooster.
Look, it's a Christmas candy. It looks like it was broken, but now we've got it back. And now the Christmas spirit won't be ruined.
Now we need to help this girl. Apparently, she needs to be shown the round number. We need to finish drawing her a sign. Wow, it's already the 5th round of this boxing match. Cool.
Now we need to restore this bulb, because otherwise you can burn yourself on it if there is no glass on it. Great. Now it looks like a full-fledged bulb.
Oh, look at that. It looks like a couple in love watching the starry sky. Let's finish drawing the outline so that the starry sky forms a heart. Cool. Now they're going to have a very romantic date.
Just look at this really old phone. I remember my grandma had this phone. Let's draw this dial so we can dial a number. This is really old technology.
Oh, look at that compass. The second arrow is vaguely missing. Let's draw it so it points to the second part. Cool. Now the arrows on it are correct.
Look at this smiley. It's missing a heart that can send romantic messages.